So how did you get into coaching?
Um, it's kind of something I've just always done at a younger age. When I was when I started playing, I was kind of started playing later on when I was around 12, I think, and it was just a lack of coaching everywhere. So I just kind of got thrown into it with the younger age groups, and then just from there, just always wanted to help out, and I was always kind of a, you know, an exceller at the sport. So I kind of figured I'd teach some of these kids the stuff that I kind of started doing and know, and then just kind of helping everybody get better.
That's awesome. So what's it been like being a coach for the Bombers? I mean, that's got to be pretty. Is this your first pro coaching job?
Yep, first pro coaching job. It's been great. Neil, it's been awesome to work with. Ryan's been awesome to work with. The league's been really great to, a lot of great communication, a lot of knowledgeable people. So it's been pretty easy to kind of work with everybody inside of there. So
Yeah, everything extremely professional, really well run. And speaking of which, the players out there, that is another level of lacrosse. What were your first thoughts watching these guys at the combines and the training camps?
I was just impressed with the endurance of some of these guys. I know, like the uh, the practices that we had them run the day prior. We ran them for hour and a half, and then to go into that game and still give it 100%. It was just amazing to see that. So that's something I'm really looking forward to in this league.
Yeah, I that was the speed and then the endurance to be able to maintain that speed was what really kind of blew my mind. That was pretty impressive, and like the accuracy of like the small window passes and what guys were hitting. Like somebody's open on the back, and like there's no way I could throw that pass, but they just hit these tiny
Yeah,
windows, laser dots, and
yeah. Well, some of these guys have been playing their entire lives, right? Like you got some of the guys on our team have been playing since they're 4 years old, 3 years old. Played at every high level. Like Ty Thompson's played, NLL, played Team Iroquois. Well, like there's a bunch of guys that have played such great levels of lacrosse that just know the game inside and out. It's just fun to watch.
yeah, it's pretty amazing to watch it out there, but to see it firsthand, like it's one thing to watch it on TV or even farther away in the like in the pros, but when you get down on the glass and like where you were refing the game, I mean to be able to have that view for the scrimmage was must have been pretty cool.
Yeah, it's something different. Like when you can hear the gameplay, that's when it like changes for me. That's something I always liked about. I played hockey my entire life, and just being able to hear the players talk. That's something that made the game more interesting to me. That's one thing I don't really like about the NLL is they play music the entire time, and I feel like you're more into the game when you can listen to the coaches yelling at the players and the players talking through picks on defense and kind of getting more intimate with it. That's where it's kind
Yeah,
of more enjoyable for me.
yeah, it's a lot more enjoyable and to be able to like hear like you said everything that's going on and for you to be able to coach and be able to scheme and kind of be on that have that bird's eye view but not really sitting that far away from it to plan everything kind of gives you guys a bit of an advantage. What was your biggest takeaway from the scrimmage?
I think just the nuances of this new changing procedure. That's one of the biggest things I kind of notice is you don't really have that time window to go play defense, go play offense, and then just think you can go back and play defense again, or vice versa, because it's you got to change going up the floor. I know it's going to be tough for some of these offensive minded players to every time they're playing defense want to just go up and play an O shift. But you got to remember, once you're done playing O, you got to get back on D again, and you might be pretty tired, right? So I think just kind of getting that mindset of if you play a long D shift, you're not always going to get an O shift. I feel like you might as well go up and change quickly, and then by the time you get through again, then you might get an O shift after that. But I think that's going to be the biggest thing for us.
Yeah, that's a huge thing I noticed is it sets up a lot of odd man opportunities essentially because you have guys out there that still have speed or changed appropriately, but because of the way they're changing, guys want to get that O shift, especially in the training camps to show off. And
Yeah,
then you had some guys that were just flying still and other guys at the end of their gas tank kind of.
yeah. I think that's going to be interesting too, because on offense, you're going to be able to single out that one or two guys and maybe attack them on offense. And might give you an advantage, I guess, right? Because if you can see a guy's been out there for 2 or 3 shifts back and forth, he's gonna be tuckered out, right? So we can ISO them or set a nice pick on him. That's gonna be advantage to us. So
Yeah, I think the whoever comes up with the best, you're really going to get to see coaching game plans and strategies because everybody thinks they understand how it's played, but this new transition is a different rule. I couldn't believe how different your philosophies were from the two teams just watching, and then to watch the way it played out for the halftime change. Like, yeah, it was really impressive. I can't wait. And you guys are going out to Elmira, but you're not scrimmaging because it's your first game, correct?
yeah, we got them the first game of the year on the 30th. So Neil and I kind of discussed. We pretty much saw everything that we need to see on that first scrimmage. I think we're going to use this weekend coming up as more of a, learning session, a little quieter maybe on the guys. Um, just kind of give them some time to, get to know each other more on the floor, go through some more plays and stuff like that. So be more of a learning session, I think.
Okay. Are you guys pretty much down to your 25-man roster, or are you guys wait until after this weekend to?
I think we let go a couple guys earlier this week, and then we'll be down to the final 25 by end of this weekend. So,
Awesome. And then everybody turns it into the league. I'm sure the league's going to do it. Now, what are you guys get to play in the inaugural game on the lacrosse TV? I mean, how are you preparing these guys? Some of these guys have never played in this kind of setting, and some of these guys have. And how are you going to get those guys that have never played in the bright lights prepared for that bright light moment?
well, I think it's going to come a lot with mental prep before, right? It's kind of getting these guys into the mentality of you're a professional player now. There's certain things that you're expected of yourself, expected of your team, and then just getting that walkthrough. I think that game day walkthrough, just kind of setting the pace, setting the tone, and just make sure guys are ready. Just mentally, I think is the biggest thing, right? I think these guys work so hard during the week. We got guys working with Russ, their workouts, and I think by the time they get there, I think all the jitters should be worn off.
Should be good to go by then.
Yeah, I hoping so.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. I love seeing what you guys are doing. Like I said, the way you guys did that too. Yeah, it was two completely different scrimmages and just the philosophies out there. I can't wait to see how it plays out. You guys have got some wicked talent up and down the floor, and yeah, I'm super excited. Good luck to you, and we'll
Awesome. Thank you.
talk to you soon, hopefully.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thanks a lot.